I'm gonna explain the design pattern mentioned in the previous video in more details because that's what many people were asking for. Back to the killer scalable dilemma, it is a many-to-many relationship. If you have experience in database design, you know the solution is to put an intermediate table in the middle, turning the relation into two one-to-many relations. But this is not a database, that's why the intermediate table is now called a mediator. I'm not gonna get deep into the mediator pattern here, but this is how I solve the many-to-many mess. I connect the receiver to the killable object, and when the collision, or better to say, the condition happens, if the body has the associated receiver as a child, the killer asks the receiver to do whatever it is supposed to do. The killer therefore has no knowledge of what is gonna happen upon contact. The receiver is responsible to call the appropriate function inside its owner. Let's set it up in Godot. Make a new scene consisting of an Area 3D node with a collider and 3D mesh as its children. Attach a script to the Area 3D node. Connect the body intersignal to a function inside the Area 3D node itself. We need to access the receiver to be able to do the check. I'm using strings and names to make the reference. However, there are smarter ways to do it. I just want to make the code simpler for the sake of this tutorial. Now inside the function, check if the body has a child whose name matches the receiver we are referring to. If so, the body is sensible to the killer, hence it needs to do something. That's why the killer calls the appropriate function inside the receiver. The killer's responsibility is done. Let's set up the receiver. Make a new scene consisting of just a simple node. Attaching a script, we need to get a reference to the appropriate function inside the killable object. And here the receiver calls its owner's function. Now we are able to create different killer types, link them to appropriate receivers, add the receivers to the killables, and we are done. You may wonder what the benefit is if we do it in this way. It makes it way easier to maintain reusability and modularity, because in this setup there are no direct dependencies between the killers and the killables. It also reduces the amount of code needed, and enables you to separate responsibilities in different functions. The object who dies when touching the water zone can learn to swim, and by just changing the referred function in the water receiver, you make it swim. No need to change anything else. But the big thing I'm after is the ability to reuse my systems without the need to modify them, not only in the same project, but in other ones. This is just a tiny piece of a big puzzle. There is a lot more to say when it comes to game design pattern and project management. So subscribe, hit the bell, and stay tuned for what I'm gonna offer next. Thank you.